Hello.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Evo.
So,
Broken down.
Evo, like you said,
Not quite.
We have problems. We didn't film this last time because I think we were just too lazy to. But this car has a problem. So when you're driving and you get on the happy pedal and you hit about 10 pounds of boost, it decides to just not do it. Being that it like boost cuts. I don't know if it's like a fueling issue or a boost leak issue or what. We boost leak tested it before and we figured out the wastegate actuator had a bit of a problem. So we swapped the wastegate actuator, but still doing it. So clearly a wastegate actuator was not the problem, but I think it was going to be a problem. So not really mad that we changed that, but now we have to figure out the problem. So the plan of attack is boost leak test this thing again, see what happens and go from there. Because, well, we're not exactly experts, are we, Daniel?
No.
No. So boost leak test the 7, see what happens. Probably need to do some more research. It's really odd. You drive and if you're under like 10 pounds of boost, it's good, but as soon as you hit 10 pounds, it just dies in the arse, doesn't it, Daniel?
Yep.
So this guy right here is doing all the work and I don't really even have to do anything.
Maybe.
Boost leak tester. We've done it on my car before. You stick this on the turbo, you get your compressor, you put some air into this thing, which pressurizes the boost system, and then we should be able to tell what's leaking. Last time we had air coming out the wastegate actuator, which you'll see is that shine. Ooh, maybe you won't see. It's not the best access. There it is. It's like that thing. So that's a shiny new one. That's a Turbo Smart one, I believe. Daniel put that on. Nice work, Daniel.
All by myself.
All by himself. Big dog now. So yeah, we had air coming out of there before, so we swapped that because the wastegate actuator actually wasn't opening. Or it was stuck open. Was it stuck open?
Yeah, it was like leaking out the side of it.
Yeah, it was being suspect. But now that's fixed. So we've got to pull the intake off, which is what Dan's doing. And then we'll try and get that little boost leak tested down on the turbo, just there. And we'll go from there. Are we going to solve the problem, Daniel?
I fucking hope so.
Man wants to drive his Evo, but it's broke.
I want to be able to drive fast. I can drive it now, but not fast.
Less than 10 pounds ain't going to get you anywhere, is it?
Not quick enough.
Not quick enough. All right, well, I'll pull the filter off, pull that box out, pull the MAF off.
Yep.
Got all that?
Copy.
Okay.
I think last time I just took almost this off and took everything.
Yeah, you probably
with
can.
it, to be honest.
Yeah, do that, 100%. Just pull it off. Unplug this. Old clips are stiff. Alright, so while Dan's been pulling the intake off, I've been doing a bit of reading because I'm by no means an expert on anything, and neither is Daniel. So it seems like the general consensus based on forum posts from friggin' like 20 years ago, it's not likely to be a fuel cut because it's cutting at 10 psi. If it was a fuel cut, it would be at max boost, which is like 19 psi or so. So probably not that. The general consensus seems to be vacuum lines running around the fuel regulator or the boost controller. So, I mean, it could also be EGR, intake manifold. The general consensus has to be a boost leak. I don't think it's any of the intercooler piping. I feel like it's something little. So I think that if we do as we plan and chuck some air in it, hopefully we can see where it's leaking. And if it's just a vacuum line, that would be such a good result, wouldn't it, Daniel?
Yeah, happy days.
Happy days. The only problem is, Daniel, do you know what the problem is?
Everywhere's closed.
Everywhere's closed because it's Good Friday.
Yeah.
And I don't have any vacuum line. But we would know what the problem would be, wouldn't we, Daniel?
Yep, need the fucking extendo.
Take us out. So we are running a Grimspeed 3-port boost controller, I believe what that is. It does have a map sensor over there. So like this is like definitely been tuned at some stage. It must have. Doesn't make sense if it hadn't been, but we don't really know. I don't believe it's any of these that are leaking. I'm more inclined to believe it's something up the back, something under there. But now that we can get to our turbo, we're gonna stick that thing on there. Where are we up to, Daniel?
Some pressure through it, you know, see what happens.
Right. It's on there. Now we just got to introduce some pressure to the system. See what happens. So let's plug this fella in, that fella. Use that fella and see what happens, eh? This is probably like the quietest air compressor I've ever seen in my entire life. What is it? Aero Pro. Mine is like 15 times as loud as this thing. So hopefully this thing doesn't explode off. Coming out of there.
You don't know what you're doing. You should be holding the camera, I think. So it's, what, is it leaking somewhere or what are we saying?
Well, it's not coming in.
What do you mean?
I don't know if I feel like...
You don't know what you're doing.
No, I feel like this is fucking it up. Because look, it just goes straight to 0. I don't know, I feel like that weird valve thing's fucking this up.
Give me the kit.
Well, he's fucking taking over. I'm sacked.
Like, how do you usually connect to this piece? just
Hey?
with one of these.
Yeah, it's coming out of a compressor.
Nah, I think it's coming out over here. It wouldn't come out of the compressor.
I know, that's why it doesn't make sense, but why is that letting air out then?
Something is here. I can hear it, I think.
You sure it's over here? Alright, do it again.
What's that noise? No, it's here. Ready? You can't hear that down there.
That's air going into it.
None's going in there. If it was going in, that arm would open at 25 psi.
What do you mean, dog? What's going on here? I'm confused.
Are we meant to see all these other things I pulled out of that, or no?
Hey!
There's one up in here somewhere.
Oh, one of them.
Yeah, this piece.
No, because this thing should not be letting air in. What's that called? The PCV valve shouldn't be letting air into the head. So, but though it does go into that. Oh, send help. Send somebody that knows what they're doing, please.
When I didn't have this bit on the turbo, what do I have? I kept everything plugged in like that and everything. And I was putting air through like one of these. I think this one. And it was, oh, that goes straight to the wastegate, but the wastegate arm would open. So the wastegate arm should be opening now.
We'll investigate and get back to you. So what we have to do is we have to bump the starter because the system was holding no air, zero, nada, zilch.
Yeah.
Okay, bump the starter, now it's holding air. So now it sounds like, let me show you this. Get this fella. All right, stick that up in there. Get some air up into the system, okay? It sounds like there's a leak somewhere in this general vicinity. So I don't know whether it's one of these lines, whether it's this, whether it's the other joiner down there. Sounds like in this thing, but the annoying thing is that also leaks air. So it's like, I can kind of hear that or this. We don't really know. But now we've got a bottle of soapy water and we're just gonna spray the fuck out of everything. Is generally the idea. Wow! All right, let's see what happens.
I can hear it, but I can't see anything.
I can hear it, but I can't see it. Anyway, so that's where we're at. So we're gonna investigate further and I'll let you know if we find it. So we did find one problem, I think. I'm not sure if it is the problem, but it seems like, see there's oil, there's bubbling, the oil's bubbling in the PCV valve.
Well, I'm not holding those other ones anymore, so it's probably just coming out of them.
So this is meant to be a one-way valve that lets pressure out of the head into out, is how I understand that. So I understand that this thing is leaking. So we need a new PCV valve, not a big deal. I did mine on my Evo. So that's one thing. And now we soldier on because that's not going to be the problem, the big problem. Yeah. Play on. A throttle body, brother. So we pulled this thing off because we kind of thought this joiner, we thought hair was coming through here. Thought maybe that was like a slit on the other side, but it looks okay. So we redid that up really tight, so I don't think that's a problem. But we did notice there was a noise coming from the throttle body. And at the back of it, I don't think you can see, you can't bloody see. Oh no. But there are a whole bunch of bubbles. Now, let me see if I can get this thing to focus in the right place. Yeah, you can't see it, but look, there's a whole bunch of bubbles right there at the back of the throttle body. I sprayed a bunch of soapy water down in there. I think you can just see one behind there, right there. We definitely have a throttle body leak or something below that. So we're gonna spray some more water there, put some more air in, see if it's actually coming from the throttle body. I do have a throttle body gasket. It's not here, it's at my house. So we could fix that. This also needs a rocker cover gasket done. So we might do both of them at the same time. But I don't feel like that's the major problem that we're having. So let's fucking scon on, son. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Alright, check this out. See if you can see it from this angle. Look at those bubbles down there. You can even hear it. That's huge. Alright, we're up to 3 leaks. We found the one that we thought was in this general vicinity. We've sprayed so much soapy water, it's not even funny. But, spray it up, Dan. But if you look down in here, which I can't really tell if you can see that. I don't think you really can. So you're gonna kind of have to take my word for it. That is a lower intercooler pipe where it joins the intercooler, and the joiner there has bubbles coming out of it. So that's why we can hear it. Very interesting. So my thoughts now are, we have to tighten that fucker back up.
How the fuck do we get to that?
Well, it might just be easiest to pull the bumper off, Daniel. To be honest with you.
Can't be.
Pull the bumper off.
Yeah, let me see where it is.
We've never taken that off, have we? Have we taken that off? I don't think we've taken that off on this car.
I might have taken it off.
Oh, so you're the culprit.
When I was getting to the wastegate, potentially. Maybe not though. I took the radiator off.
Took the radiator out?
Yeah.
You took this out?
Yeah.
Did you bleed it?
No.
Did you burp it? You didn't burp it.
I don't know what that means.
And he thinks I'm a fucking amateur. Come on, brother. Your radiator's probably full of air, brother. What do you mean? You took the radiator out.
I think so.
You drained all the fluid out at the bottom of the radiator.
No.
The green shit.
I just unplugged it.
Did you take the intercooler off or the radiator?
I don't fucking know.
This thing at the front?
No.
This thing. Like you disconnected this.
I took this off, yeah. I unplugged that.
And green shit went everywhere.
I blocked it.
What? Did you drain? Did you drain this thing or no?
No.
But you pulled it out full of fluid.
No, I took this off.
The fan.
But to get that off, I need to unplug that to pull it up.
So you didn't take this out,
No.
but you took that off.
Yeah. Still works. What?
Fucking hell, Daniel.
What?
It's probably alright, but we should still bleed it. Burp it. Burp. Like that.
Yeah, well, you know.
Alright, so this is what we got to do. This also has a rocker cover leak, and it's getting worse. So this is what we're going to do. I've got a rocker cover gasket for this car. Okay, so I'm going to bring that. You're going to order a new PCV valve, new throttle body seals.
What's the PCB valve?
This purple thing, they're like $80.
Yeah.
I got it from Meek because that's leaking. And I do have a throttle body seal, but maybe you just order them because they're, gasket, throttle body gasket. Maybe just order one and we'll replace that too at the same time. I think that they're like $5.
Okay.
But now, I think plan of attack now is just pull the bumper off, fix that lower intercooler pipe, and then theoretically, if that's the main problem, we should be able to drive it.
Let's try.
Okay, that's what we're doing. I'm gonna fix that lower intercooler pipe. Also leaking in there. See those bubbles? So this joint is this where it goes into the intercooler is leaking on both sides. Look at all the bubbles in that.
Got some serious issues.
Oh my days. Brother, you got leaks, brother.
Yeah, right.
How about you do it?
Copy.
So we managed to get the bumper off the car without removing the under tray, which was great. But I didn't really want to jack the car up to take all that off. So we got it off. It's now over there, looking pretty angry, if I must say. So you put some air in it. I'm gonna spray this thing and then we can show the world how leaky this thing is. And now we can test the other one really well too. And we can test the whole intercooler, because that's a thing too, where this tank's welded in and shit. This is a stock one though, so it should be alright.
What's happening?
Oh yeah, look at it, it's leaking everywhere. You can't really, that's leaking over the back. I don't know if you can really see that one. Yep, certainly can. Look at it, it's pissing out of there. Listen to it. That's our problem, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna call it. Are we calling it?
Yeah, well,
That's the problem?
start with that.
Look at it.
Yeah. I can't help.
I think we're just gonna try and tighten it up, hey, rather than trying to pull it off. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be very enjoyable to try and see now that the lip's there. So hopefully now if we tighten this up on this side of it, you know.
Yeah, well, we can test it
Yeah,
until it's not leaking.
yeah, brother. Alright, ready? I can put the air in it. That's all good. You can play cameraman, Daniel.
Yeah.
You know, be the man with the plan. Dan, the man with the plan.
Gas it up, man.
Gas it up, brother.
It seems a lot better.
Well, there's a little bubble there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. She's leaking. That's a leak.
This side somewhere. This other side seems okay.
The other side seems. Yeah. Oh, it's that one fixed. Alright. Have you got spare hose cleaners? Don't know.
Probably not.
I was just gonna fucking send it to the moon, but probably shouldn't do that if you don't have any spare ones, eh? Where's my soap at? That's what I wanted. I think we're good, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's holding boost bar. It's holding pressure now.
That's a positive sign.
That is a positive side, Daniel. You know what I'm thinking now? Put this back together, go for a yeet down the road. Putting the intake pipe back on's a pain, isn't it, Daniel?
Yes.
Not really enjoying ourselves that much. Alright, so the car is all back together except for the front bumper, obviously. Intake's all back together, which is the only real thing that we pulled apart. I did already film this, but Dan was washing his hands, and because we got 2 mics, you could just hear hand washing.
Nice.
Nice. Car looks mean with no bumper on it. Bumper looks mean with no car on it. We're gonna start it. We're gonna go for a little drive down the road, see what happens. Dan's not confident. He doesn't reckon that's the problem that we fixed.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think we fixed the problem. I think that was a pretty big leak, so I'm feeling good. I'm feeling lucky.
Let's go find out.
So I think let's get a cold start for the boys. Start her up, Daniel. Let's just get the exhaust shot because that's what you do.
You gonna start it?
Got some cardboard under there because Mum hates leakages. Yeah. Oh. Ooh. She hasn't run in a minute. That nearly didn't happen, Dan.
That didn't sound very healthy.
Nah, brother.
Yeah, got up to 2.
Yeah.
No, still doing it.
Still doing it, eh?
Yeah.
Move window up. Sake of camera. Oh man. So the boost gauge is the red up to 7. Go again.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
what-
doesn't sound right.
It doesn't sound right, eh? What's going on with this thing? You were right. I was feeling confident, but I was wrong. Somebody that knows something about cars, please send help. Because we don't know what we're doing, do we, Dan?
No. Try again or?
I mean, you can. I don't think it's going to do me any different. Hold up a minute. Bro, that was way more than 10 pounds. That felt more than 10
No, it
pounds.
only went up to 9.
I know, it felt more bar.
Try again.
It didn't cut out. What's going on here? Yeah, I did it again, eh?
Yeah,
What was that?
10.
10.
Went over 10, but it's still like choking up.
Yeah. Alright, we still got problems. God damn. Alright, so, car's still broken, isn't it, Dan? We're gonna order throttle body gasket seals, PCV valve, and we're gonna do the fan controller as well because the fan control on this is broken. We're thinking that none of those are actually the problem, but they are still problems, so we're gonna fix them. If we have any ideas as to why, intermittently, but fairly consistently, if you build to around 10 pounds boost, it doesn't it kind of just sputters and just doesn't run very well. If you have any ideas, let me know, because I'm out of ideas. And we'll end up taking it to someone, which I don't want to do because it's a lot of effort, but it's probably gonna come to that. What do you reckon, Dan? Fix these few little things and then leave it with the pros that actually know what they're doing. Call in the big dogs. Anyway, that's the end of it. So let us know if you know, and then if not, what do you see you next time, eh, Dan? He said, yep. Goodbye.